Hello ladies and welcome. If you're new to my channel, then thanks for checking in. We're going to be doing a yoga series for prenatal exercises, and we're going to start in a seated position any way that's comfortable for you, and take a moment just to close your eyes and get in tune with your breath. So slow down your mind and forget about the to-do list. And if you are new to yoga, then don't worry, don't stress. That's the biggest thing. I want you just to listen to your body and move in a way that feels good to you. So you can do that by dropping your ear to your shoulder, rolling your shoulders, maybe doing some shoulder shrugs. Just loosen up through the head and neck. It's often where we hold a lot of our stress and tension. And then take a nice gentle twist. So take your right arm back behind your body, and then your left arm crosses over your leg, so you're getting a nice gentle twist. And then we're going to just shift onto all fours. So this is called tabletop position. Your knees are under your hips and your wrists are under your shoulders. And then I like to just walk my hands to the side so I get that full body stretch. Oftentimes from sleeping on our side a lot, we get really tight in our side body. So this is a really good stretch for that. And maybe walking your hands to the side is too much of a stretch and you just decide to sway here in tabletop. Shift your hips forward and back. And make sure that you have enough space between your knees for your baby to fit. So I like to angle my knees outward as I do this. And you can try dropping your hips from the left side to the right. Making sure that you are conscious and aware of your breath the whole time. And when you're ready, pull those hips straight up towards the ceiling point and set yourself up for downward facing dog. And slowly allow your heels to make contact with the floor. You can pedal out the feet here if that feels better for you. And then bend the knees graciously and slowly step your feet up to the front of your mat. With a nice big bend in the knees, allow your upper body to rest. Rock forward, side, back, whatever feels good for you. On your inhale, come up to flat back. And then return to a ragdoll position. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time, reaching up towards the sky. And then take your right leg back behind your left, reaching overhead so you're getting a standing side body stretch. Big inhale, reach to the top, and exhale, swan dive right back down towards the mat. Step your way through to chaturanga. You can do so on your knees, or you can skip the push-up altogether and meet in downward facing dog. Nice cleansing breath. Bend the knees and slowly walk your feet right back up to the front of the mat. Big bend here, big fold. It should feel more comfortable than it did the first time. Inhale, reach up, charging through the spine, flat back, and then ragdoll, roll yourself all the way right back up, reaching towards the sky, and then stepping into a side body stretch. Inhale, big reach towards the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive down once again. Take your hands to the mat and stepping back. Maybe lowering down to the knees for your push-up, or just meeting in downward facing dog. This time you're going to inhale, lift your left leg up towards the ceiling, bending that knee, opening up the hip, and then step through into a lunge position. So drop your lower back leg to the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Now, drive through the back foot to lift your knee up. You're in high lunge here. And shift your back leg parallel with the edge of the mat and come into warrior two. Take one breath there, then move right back through high lunge, low lunge, And at your own pace, meet back in downward facing dog. Same thing other side. Inhale, lift the opposite leg this time. Take a bend in the knee to open up the hip. And then as you exhale, draw your knee towards your chest. Step through for a low lunge. And then engage your glutes, press up into a high lunge. Make a small shift with your back leg so it's parallel with the edge of the mat. And come into Warrior Two. Take a cleansing breath there. Shift your weight around once again. Lower back into low lunge and step back into your chaturanga or just meet in downward facing dog. This time, we're going to allow yourself a moment to catch your breath and take a little break. You can do so by pausing and resting in downward facing dog or an extended child's pose. And when you're ready, come back up to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg. Step it through once again to low lunge. Back knee is planted on the ground. Take your arms back behind your body. Open up the chest. Think about making space. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Once again, making that shift to warrior facing two. Reverse warrior, straightening out the front leg, reaching for your back leg, and then extended side angle. So take your left arm to your left knee and extend your arm overhead. Shift your body weight right back through Warrior Two, high lunge to low lunge, and then right back into your chaturanga or downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your other leg up and step it through. Place your back knee on the ground. Inhale, lift your arms up, sweep your arms back behind your body and open up the chest, creating space in your upper body, in your head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Make the small adjustment with your back leg so you're coming into Warrior Two once again. Reverse your warrior, placing your hand on your back leg and extending your front leg. On your next breath, shift back through to Warrior Two and extended side angle, placing your elbow on your knee or on the floor, keeping your body, your glutes engaged. Inhale, reach back up to Warrior Two, slowly shift back to your low lunge, chaturanga or not, and meet in downward facing dog. Take a moment here to rest, taking your knees wide and your arms outstretched in front of you. Resting here, an extended child's pose. Walk your hands towards your hips and find a seat with your legs spread nice and wide. And adjust your cushion so you're sitting right on your sits bones. Take a moment to do a nice deep cleansing breath. And then I want you to shift your weight over your left leg and slowly lower yourself down towards the ground. And doing this, you're going to feel a really good stretch through the back of the leg, through the hamstrings. And then when you're ready, press yourself up and repeat on the other side. Trying to be mindful to keeping a straight back the entire time. Walk yourself back to center. This time, inhale, reach your arms up and fold forward any amount. Keeping the feet flexed, pulling your leg muscles into your hip bones so you're engaged in the front part of your legs but relaxed in the back side. And stretch any amount that feels good for you. You can choose any seated position at this time. We have gotten your heart rate up quite a bit. I know I broke a sweat. Maybe you have too. And in these days that we feel that we have a little extra energy, it's worth it to put some time into taking care of our body. And just moving our body in some sort of way can help us get some clarity throughout the day. So I highly encourage you to take this time to do a little meditation. Take one hand to your heart and one hand to your baby. And just take some deep breaths. If you're learning in your classes right now, your prenatal classes or your birthing classes, that there is strength in your breath and finding that calmness within. And it doesn't come easily, especially when we have other things to think about. So just take some time to practice that now. Thank you so much for joining me for this yoga practice today. I hope you have a great day. Namaste.